Hang time is about, what is exchanged in the private space, the private intimate space between Black men. So hang time is, three different generations of Black men living in this country, living in America, and the quiet, intimate space that only they could share.
Now, Blood, you got time?
Yeah, I got time.
Good, because Slim about to talk you near to death.
Oh, shut up, Bird.
I got time.
No, I don't feel like talking no more.
Oh, now you don't feel like talking.
Nope.
Nigga, you always feel like talking.
Hey, not when no one appreciates what I'm saying.
We appreciate it, Slim.
Now speak for yourself.
No need wasting my breath.
Yeah, fine, don't say shit then.
Yeah.
It explores, their passions, and at its depth, it kind of explores their blues and where their blues kind of meet and entwine, where they go apart, and how.
Hey, best of the best come out the sticks. Willie Dixon come out the sticks, didn't he?
Yeah, then he got hip and moved up north, didn't he?
Who?
Here he go again with the who.
The greatest blues man of all time is who?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
You ain't got to get ahead, behind, or beside when you're speaking the truth.
Look, he was good, very good,
Good?
but he was no Muddy.
Who that?
Man, wouldn't be no money if it wasn't for Willie.
Oh, please.
And that show me the lie.
Bird, tell me this. Willie Dixon. Is Willie Dixon the father of Chicago blues? Is it Willie Dixon they say rain down Delta Butte-2? Oh, the days and 49s since my baby left this town. You telling me that's the sound of someone trying to be someone else?
No, that's the sound of a baby goat dying or something terrible. I don't know.
This is something that kind of hit me one day, and I couldn't stop talking about it, and I couldn't stop taking little notes and having little visions of pieces of it, and it was just kind of knocking on the door. So when Seattle Rep reached out and said, "Is there anything you're working on?" I was like, "Heck yeah," but I've got 4 pages and really wanted that space, a deadline, and a real incentive outside of just, this idea not letting me alone to get a draft done.
The work that Zora is writing, one of the things that I really like about her as a playwright is she's a very kind of courageous and fearless writer, and that she takes on really big ideas. So this play has a really big idea at its heart. And I think that we learned that her ambition works, her vision for the play works.
My daddy was after more, but he had big dreams. Got to the city, call us up and tell us about the apartment we stay at on top of the world, because all the apartments was on top of the world in the city. Even a projects in the sky. And he tell us about all the different kind of people you meet from all over. Nothing like home. Home, everyone from right there where they standing. And all that people from there too, as far back as forever. The only memory they got is of that exact place, that exact porch, that exact road. They never seen nothing like, volcanoes and waterfalls. That shit exists right here in the world, Whole mountains exploding with fire and oceans flooding off the side of a hill. And you can stand under one. No, I don't want to stand in the middle of a bridge and say I lived. I want to stand underneath a mountain with the ocean falling on my head. Then I really lived,
Going back to this idea of just being a fly on the wall, I've read August Wilson specifically speaking about his work and his process and how he would just post up at a bar or cafe and listen and would write what he heard, and sometimes he'd come away with something gold and sometimes he wouldn't. He'd order himself a drink, and when he was done with that drink, he'd move on to the next one and he'd listen. That specific thing that he spoke about is what I'm trying to capture in this play. Think about how he writes Black people and specifically Black men, and just the song of them. My take on many of his plays is that is the action there. That is just what we're watching, and it's captivating. And then when it's all said and done, you look up and you're like, well, what did, you know, we've been in the same room for the past 2 hours. A couple people came and went, you know, we've been on the same porch, the same backyard, but we've lived a whole play. And it's really just through the vessel of these characters talking, you know, and sharing stories and this oral tradition that I believe is at the heart of his work. And that, you know, if I could capture a sliver of that with Hang Time, you know, within this structure that I'm playing with, or this concept that I'm playing with, I'd be very, very glad.